knows, Dex, emotions aren't just another controller. Not something that you can just play with and then leave. No matter where you may be, though, you will always put that fire within our hearts. It's been tragic. On the real, though.
All right. Fireburner, come on, man.
It's been a heck of a series. Let's go.
You joined the dark side.
That's
what are you doing, man? Supposed to be on energy. He's over at Cloud9.
It's weird seeing him in that jersey.
We didn't know if we'd see him again, and then he came back with the boys in blue.
I know, man. Look at this. Look at this. The betrayal.
You think he could just smile?
Man, look, just imagine a grand finals, Cloud9 versus Energy. It could happen.
It could happen. It very much could here. But the first thing sitting in the way of Cloud9, if they're going to make that happen, is Renault Vitality. And they are a very interesting tale here at this event. Again, a lot has been questioned about the mentality and passion between past DreamHack's post-World Championship for this roster. Yesterday, though, we got massive amounts of passion coming out from Scrubkiller. That mattered for him. It seems like a lot's on the line here for Renault.
Man, Vitality, yeah. This whole offseason has been a little bit weird. It feels like, you know, World Championship hangover where they win the big tournament, right? And then you go into the other ones not caring as much, but they look like they want to win this one.
I mean, here, especially Vitality, but then you got Cloud9. I mean, they're coming in and they are dominating right now. You know, that Dignitas game was super close, but it was still a 3-0. They're still coming in here and they don't even need to rely on Gimmick to do all of the work for them. We got Torment in the backfield. You can't get a shot behind the dude.
So let's not forget World Championship rematch as well from the semifinals where Vitality won 4-0, 8 goals to 2. But there was 2 or 3 games where there was a 0-second opportunity for Cloud9 that they just barely missed out on. So that series was a lot closer than the scoreboard shows. And then we saw that yesterday with Vitality when they played Reciprocity. 2 1-second goals. Vitality has to figure out that clock management issue.
Yeah, that's something that they are going to have to maintain control over. But another area that has been raised of a possible concern point has been some of the defense aspects of Renault Vitality. And so I want to ask, does the offense, which is more often than not the thing we boast about with Cloud9, too much to be able to break that down? Is that going to be a problem point here?
So I think it's only too much if we see Gimmick open up here. Like, so far, we haven't really seen him on the offensive side of the field doing what he does best. So I think if they rely on Squishy and some of Torment, I think Vitality can stop them.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about getting in front of that defense of Vitality and being able to beat them in the ball to the passes. You know, you don't want to be predictable at all. And Vitality, we saw Rizzo completely tear them apart by just getting in front of them and making it to their own passes as fast as possible. So if Gimmick and Squishy can meet that expectation, I think Vitality are going to be on the ropes here.
And then we talk about the legacy of Cloud9 always making it to Championship Sunday, and they've just bettered their roster with Fireburner now as their coach. Like, no team would be worse off if they had Fireburner back there, so it should make Cloud9 even scarier.
And now taking a glance at the opposing side here. Again, your reigning world champions and looking to make a name. The first team, if they get a victory here, to make their way to the quarterfinal out of Europe.
Yeah. Fairy Peak, he cut his hair and so far it hasn't gone too well. Even at Beyond the Summit in 1v1s. Lost to Kronovi. Maybe the hair was the magic.
I mean, it's still scary, though, because we saw K-Dop yesterday. Gregan said that he hit the lowest point that he's ever seen K-Dop, and he still managed to bounce back. So today, he's probably coming in as refreshed as ever. You know, completely being able to bounce back from there is huge. And I think that Vitality are going to be scarier today than they have been the entire tournament.
And that's what was huge. They failed at 1 second twice. They were down in that series 2-1 versus Reciprocity. That was a higher seed than them. That was supposed to be the best team from Europe, but they bounced back. They battled back, and now they are here on day 3. And again, day 3 K-Dop. You have to fear that. So we'll see what happens with Vitality. Very similar road with the World Championship, where days 1 and 2 a little bit shaky, but day 3 is the only thing that matters.
Yeah, K-Dub day 3 is a striker, whether it be goals to the back of the net or fears within the mind of his opponents. The guy is absolutely lethal. I feel like so many ways that this can go and break down. So I want to just highlight what we think are going to be must-haves for the victory for both halves here, because I think that both could easily walk away, but come with the only if X is acquired for both of these teams. So what do you want to see? We'll go with Turtle first here. Either team, what do you want to see as a must-have for a win?
Okay, so we saw Cloud9 walk away with a clean win. Not necessarily, I mean, it was hard fought. Don't get me wrong, but it was still a clean win from Cloud9, and they didn't even need Gimmick. And I still don't even think that they need to have Gimmick be the X factor. It's all about, for me, just Torment. If Torment is solid and looking good, his teammates will follow.
My one issue will be speed in the midfield for Vitality. It seems like it's been a little bit shaky so far. When they played G2, they got completely beat there. They have to match Cloud9 speed. Cloud9 is going to play fast no matter what. So Vitality has to match that speed. They can, but the thing is, they do like to slow it down and create 1v1 situations. And if they can't do that, well, then you have to match the passing and the speed of Cloud9, which is very difficult to do.
Yeah, the coordination of that roster is very, very challenging here. But now it is time to figure out what our analysts actually think here. When it's all on the line, where do we fall? Is it still on the side of North America, or are we treading a bit closer with a name as impressive as that of Renault Vitality?
So for some reason this weekend, I feel like everyone is sleeping on Cloud9. I think everyone is talking about G2, talking about NRG, but again, Cloud9 has brought on Fireburner, and Cloud9 is always so good on day 3 as well. I'm going to go Cloud9 here. Like, I think Vitality's been a little bit too inconsistent for me, so I'm going to go Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, literally, as soon as they brought on Fireburner, now they're more adaptable than ever. I think they can recuperate after pretty much any loss in the series, any 0-second goal. I think they're unstoppable. And you know what? You said G2 are going to win the whole thing. I think that Cloud9 are going to take this entire tournament.
Confidence coming out from Turtle.
I got to match Gibbs.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, outside of, unless something has changed that I forgot about, like, Cloud9 has never not placed top 4 over, like, the past almost 2 years, right, since formation.
There's twice that they finished top 8, but that's only twice out of all the tournaments.
Yeah, and it's hard to view this as maybe that series where it breaks, but I think it will, actually. I don't know if I have confidence here. I sit towards Renault Vitality, and there's one thing that makes me do that, and it is purely the passion. I think that if that team cares, they will be very, very devastating. And they showed that they cared yesterday. I think it's clear that they know that there are some things to clean up, and they will.
That's the one thing I love about Scrub is, like, he just won the World Championship. He won the pinnacle. Now he's at DreamHack, and every single goal, he is flipping out. He is loving this.
And inversely, I would also say just K-Dop, any tournament you watch him in, the guy is just laser focused. I have never seen someone with so much, I want to say, mental commitment to what is at hand and in front of him than him.
I mean, we have robotic forms, though, from Cloud9. I kind of like also how they're very focused, but they also, there's got to be some internal hype, man. There has to be.
There definitely is, because when they won their World Championship back in Season 6, like, Gimmick was popping off. He was that hype man, which we're like, wait a minute, we've never seen this before. So we'll see how they play to this when they get a lead in the series, but this is going to be fun, man. Season 6 World Champions versus Season 7. It's beautiful.
And it would even set a pretty big tone with the end of this result if Cloud9 is able to get this win in terms of, we've seen very often Europe and North America go dead even to the final day, and then Europe just wipes the floor with North America. That would be an inverse trend here, because now 3 out of the 4 moving into our quarterfinals would, in fact, be North American. Pretty interesting here.
Yeah, that World Championship, North America dominated for the first 2 days, winning every single group, but that one European team, that's all they needed, and that was Vitality, and they went through all of the big 3. See if they can do it again.
Well, it seems like up here we have a little bit of North American bias, and sadly, I don't think that is going to adjust this time, actually. We're going to bring in our commentary crew, and it is James Bott and Achieves. Guys, thoughts on this series?
Well, tell you what, I'll let you go first, James. I'll let you go.
Well, you know, I was watching Cloud9 yesterday, and I was really impressed with Squishy Muffins, especially in the overtimes. He's just a guy who, on the biggest stages, makes these crazy shots, makes these big plays, and gets you wins. But, you know, this is Renault Vitality, the world champions. They've fallen a little bit, but, you know, I can't wait to see this match play out. It's going to be fun, but I'm with you, Turtle. I think Cloud9's got a good shot at this one.
That's right. See, we have that connection right now. It's not even bias. It's just...
Achieves has not spoken. He's the Achieves.
Too much indecision here. You can't even, you know, he didn't even know.
Save me, at least, Achieves. I need help. I need help.
I like Cloud9, so.
all right, get out of here. Get out of here then.
No, I like Cloud9, but for different reasons. Because they all kind of had said different reasons. One of them was Torment, you know, if Gimmick's playing well. I actually think Squishy's the biggest contributing factor, because to me, he's really that very flexible player on that team. He had an awesome day 2 yesterday.
Oh, yes.
And Cloud9 absolutely destroyed because of it. And when Squishy is sort of facilitating, he's always been sort of that, I'll support Torment on defense, I'll support Gimmick on offense, and whenever Squishy is really getting involved and contributing, that's when Cloud9 plays their best. He's sort of that big X factor for me on that team.
Absolutely, and Vitality, though, you can't count them out. They looked flat at times yesterday, but you still saw those moments where they really were something special, especially thinking back to that fake from Fairy Peak where he dished it into the middle. See if they can bring more of that out for Cloud9. Take advantage. And a long shot.
Oh, hello. Fair enough. And Vitality get things started off not even 15 seconds in. Squishy was all the way up for the block and just ended right in K-Dop's lap.
And you saw it right after there was a demo take place. K-Dop says, oh, I'll take this long shot completely downfield.
And that is something that Cloud9 is prone to do. They will play a very aggressive style of offense. We saw that plenty of times yesterday as well. Very far forward. Willing to take a lot of risks. We were talking about it.
Yeah, but Cloud9 is a team that is not worried about taking those risks. They love to go on that all-out assault. The speed from Gimmick and Squishy, and again,
another one finds its way into the back of the net. Dorman just wins the ball, and then let's wash, rinse, repeat. Another long clear up the field over his head.
K-Dop tried to get up for it, but nothing having it. So 2 long-range snipes from downfield.
I think that'll make everybody settle down. Cloud9 says, all right, let's not get it punched over our head, and now Vitality's going to do the exact same thing. So a bit of an awkward start here for both teams.
Yeah, but we're, basically back at square one, tied up right at the beginning of a game. See how they respond.
And already Vitality having the first couple goes around. Aggressive push from Fairy Peak and a great read on the challenge to keep the ball on the Cloud9 side. But unfortunately, all of them having to leave for boost. Torment with some space to work with. Gentle tap to himself, maybe too far around the backside, and Squishy expecting the ball to go out to the middle, or out to the side, has to cut into the middle and make a challenge.
And great challenges from Cloud9 at the midfield to keep this ball in play. And they continue to challenge it. Vitality struggling to break through.
Torment again, looking to find a gap on that backboard. Strong defense from Scrub, and K-Dop will demo the midfield line of Cloud9, force Squishy to hang onto the ball for a bit.
But Squishy was right there. However, Gimmick was ready to keep that ball in even further, so K-Dop doing a good job to get that demo, ultimately allowing for them to break out right now.
Some space for Vitality to work with here. He's got Scrub Kill on the sidewall, down into the middle. K-Dop, you'd expect him to come up with it every time. And a rare missed opportunity to fire on target for him.
Yeah, K-Dop in the middle of the field with a pass. Normally, those are opportunities he at least puts on target, but he came up short there.
Empty net for Cloud9. Having to dive back is Torment. Thankfully, not a lot of pressure being applied from Vitality at the moment. Passing play across the middle. Torment, easy save for him. Up for Squishy, and finally breaking out of their own half is Cloud9. Scrub Killer taking it on a dribble. We saw him. Whenever he gets space with these opportunities, he's lethal, and he might get another one trying to go behind Squishy. Follow up from Fairy Peak, 2-1 Vitality.
And it's that individual talent that can be so devastating on Vitality. Scrub dribbling it by defenders, getting a great challenge that allowed Fairy Peak to come in and clean up. And that is just something Scrub does so well. Even from the beginning of that play, he had time. The ball's bouncing off his backboard. You could see it. He knew what he wanted his plan to be, and he executed it wonderfully.
Gimmick not able to break through Fairy Peak off the kickoff. Means, again, Vitality will have a chance to set up early offense, but a nice pass from Torment back to Gimmick, and they get it right back, but a huge clear from K-Dop off his back wall. Setting up. Long cross from Fairy Peak. K-Dop, nice chip around one. There's a demo. Torment's all on his own, but K-Dop chose the wrong place to go to. Put it right at Torment.
But we're already seeing good things from Vitality. Going for those infield passes, the solo plays showing up. Vitality not looking like the flat version that we saw yesterday.
Squishy looking for Torment on the sidewall. He's got Gimmick in the middle. This is going to be a stretch for Cloud9. They still get the tap, and nice defense from Fairy Peak. Squishy just trying to keep possession for a moment. Only 40 in the tank, looking for the cross, and actually making a shot into the middle. Saved by Vitality. Follow-up from Torment towards the left side. It's going to be off the post, and Gimmick was going to think about it, but decided against it. And now Cloud9 have a chance to regain control, but Scrub, great read, passing to the middle, Fairy Peak. Think about it twice, he'll bail.
A massive pinch coming out there. Just jettisons right across the field. And we did see some questionable moments there on defense. We saw a double whiff from Vitality, but they've recovered quite nicely. Now we're approaching that final minute of gameplay. Vitality still holding on to that 1-goal lead.
Cloud9 will have to break out something. They did at plenty of times yesterday. 2 phenomenal effort plays from Squishy got them back into games late. So can he do it here against your reigning world champs? Gimmick in an awkward position. K-Dop, soft shot into the middle, not able to find the block. Fairy Peak is just trying to push that ball away. Squishy very patient, however. Still not able to win the ball cleanly, which lets Scrub come in. Able to get a little chip on Gimmick. K-Dop, dangerous here. Wants double tap and setup. Unfortunately, couldn't get all the way up to that ball. And so Vitality really just trying to play keep away from Cloud9.
And even on that last play, Scrubkilla went in and got a little bit of a bump on Gimmick, slowing him down to that ball. So Scrub also getting physical. We're seeing all the puzzle pieces starting to come together for Vitality.
Torment, uncontested, backboard, Fairy Peak, great stop. Squishy gonna have to try and cross this into the middle. Didn't get all the way behind the ball, and now it's gonna waste precious seconds. He'll control the midfield boost. Last opportunity here for Cloud9. Torment trying to go away from Fairy Peak. He'll lose out on the boost though. Missed ball, Gimmick gonna have to stretch. Squishy's trying to figure out where he needs to be. They're gonna come in, shot on target. Fairy Peak and Scrub both dive at it. Torment gonna reset. Squishy's up one more time, but K-Dop's already got him beat. Vitality gonna force Cloud9 to reset all the way on their own half again. Shot on target from Scrub, actually well off the wall. And everything looks to take a moment of respite for everybody. Squishy not able to find the block, and Ice Bake challenge is going up, and Vitality will squeeze out the win in game 1.
And even that last ball, that was close, you know, just a little bit lower, and it might have hit that corner, that curvature, and bounced up. So a 0-second suspenseful finish, but Vitality ultimately getting that win. And you saw all the things that make Vitality dangerous. We saw them on display in that game. Scrubkilla taking his time, going for the dribble plays. Fairy Peak ready to clean up those shots. K-Dop, you know, he even missed a few shooting opportunities, but still Vitality was looking very good out of the gate.
I think the most impressive part about it was really how they managed to close it out. The start of it for both teams, you know, the long open nets was a bit awkward, but the best part to me, yes, the Scrubkilla dribble was great, but it was really the ability to control the ball at the end. And like you said, forcing Squishy to go for that challenge. Scrub just making sure not to lose it out into the corner. And the great follow-up from Fairy Peak. But the command of the ball in the final 30 seconds or so, really wasting as much time as possible. They held onto it for a good 15 seconds in that Cloud9 corner, and really just didn't allow Cloud9 to start anything until it had to stay off the ground.
Yeah, but then even at the 0 seconds, it was getting a little hairy. Getting a little hairy.
So definitely having to work for their meal, Vitality, but giving as little opportunity as possible to a dangerous team like Cloud9 is really the best you can hope for, and they executed it brilliantly in the end of game 1.
Now, the season 6 champions down in the series. Vitality doing a good job shutting them down, and Cloud9 in game 1, they did have those moments where they were keeping Vitality in their own half, but still, we're gonna have to see if they clean it up on the offensive side. And right out of the gate, Scrubkilla 10 seconds in gets that first goal for Vitality.
It's just a slightly misplayed clear from Torment. The timing's not bad. It's the positioning of the car that's off. Doesn't get under the ball, gets on top of it.
And even K-Dop just a bulldozer taking out defenders in net. Vitality coming out swinging.
A great push again. Vitality have been excellent gaining the first opportunity on offense post kickoff consistently already in this series. It's a dangerous precedent to set. If you're Cloud9, you'd like to see them start getting some early possessions as well.
And Cloud9, a team that, you know, normally has a plan on kickoffs. Seen them execute quite a bit successful fake kickoffs in the past, but they have not been so great so far.
Squishy playing a couple good mind games in his corner, but again, Fairy Peak been a great support player so far in this series. If he keeps it up, they really will have a lot of trouble breaking out of their own half for Cloud9. Gimmick just trying to find Torment, has to adjust and make a beautiful second effort touch. Nice cut out to the right side as well, and finally they get a little bit of breathing room. Gimmick trying to leave this for Torment. Bit slow on the pickup. Fairy Peak sets one up for Scrubkilla. Gimmick in a 1-on-2, and he has having to dodge the demo. Slow rotate back for Cloud9, but Vitality also a little bit sluggish to pick up the slack.
But still Vitality, you can see the ball movement. They are looking for each other out on the field, making the passing plays, playing keep away, and it is working for them so far.
Beautiful clear from Squishy. Follow up from Gimmick. Torment again trying to figure out if he has the time to push up. Again, a well-layered defense pushing them out of the net. Fairy Peak makes the big play to open the door and unfortunately slams him shut himself.
You saw Scrubkilla going for that flip reset, and I don't blame Squishy or Fairy for that play.
Yeah, he did everything
knew that
right.
a defender was going to come in to get that save, so he opted to just hit it back and allow his team to keep possession and keep this attack going.
Gimmick on the dribble. Again, just getting demoed, trying to hold on to the ball because Cloud9 knows they need to get some possession. And here's a chance for Squishy to do just that. Follow up, going for the block, kicks it into the corner. Gimmick sizing it up. Out into the middle, easy play for Fairy Peak. Great positioning, understanding where that ball was headed.
And Fairy trying his hand at the physical game. Multiple demos so far. Normally that's something we see Scrub lead on. Fairy Peak doing it this game.
Torment alone in the backfield, trying to figure out how he wants to approach this challenge from Fairy Peak. Gets put backwards, dishes it off to Gimmick and out into the middle. Slow play from Gimmick, trying to get behind the center of the ball to win the next challenge. Scrubkilla launches one up to the blue half. Great challenges from Vitality in the middle. So tough to regain possession once it gets thrown into that Cloud9 corner. Vitality has done an excellent job making follow-up challenges. Torment to secure his own corner boost, but he gives up the net, and Scrubkilla says thank you very much, top right corner.
And Vitality's just been dominating Cloud9. Squishy gets blocked on the clear. Fairy Peak harassing Torment, forcing him to jump early on that play. And Scrubkilla, a solid shot on net. Vitality, they are just bringing it to Cloud9. Relentless.
That's that decision-making that really gets tested when you get sort of boxed in at the midfield line. You really want to make sure you control your own boost, and Torment was thinking, I've got just a bit more time than I actually do. And again, Vitality have had great support from backup players in the midfield. Fairy Peak doing it well. Scrubkilla the one to finish that one off.
And it's such an impossible task to try to shut down a Cloud9 offense. You know, one of the most notoriously effective offenses in Rocket League, and Vitality has just been
another one.
Dominating.
K-Dop out of the corner, make it 3-0. Just disgusting here. Torment just doesn't want to take the ball across his net with no boost, hoping for support, and he got bumped.
Yeah, again, Scrubkilla this time bumping him. Vitality just up in Cloud9's face. The only goal that Cloud9 scored was that Torment goal from a distance. It wasn't even a fantastic goal. And now, less than a minute and a half to go, Vitality in a position where they might be shutting Cloud9 out. They have been
masterful.
Absolutely masterful.
Brilliant smothering push from them. Always forcing Cloud9 to have to play this, deal with the tough ball, and then just ripped into the top right. Fairy Peak will make it 4-0. Game 2 is going to Vitality. Next question.
And again, on physicality coming into play. Scrubkilla with the demo, and then that smoke cloud obscuring Torment's vision for a split second. Fairy Peak can come in, and he has the entire net to shoot on.
Just a beautiful game from Vitality. They're making all of us eat our words. Now I wish I had gone with Dreadnought.
I mean, he's looking like a genius right now.
He picked a great one, but Cloud9 will get at least one back here. The start is something, perhaps. Squishy just wins the ball and uses a ton of boost just to stick with it, but well done to get it around Fairy Peak.
Yeah, Fairy Peak not expecting that speed from Squishy. Squishy just staying with that play. Torment able to punch it in, but 57 seconds left, 3-goal deficit. Unlikely comeback. See how they handle it.
Fairy Peak not able to beat out Squishy to that ball, but that's just because Cloud9 is willing to force anything just to get possession, because they really haven't had much of it this game at all. 2 shots for Cloud9 to the 9 Vitality. Just a dominating performance here in game 2.
And a great display of what bumps and demos can do for you if you execute them the right way.
And you really see it all comes down to timing, because those bumps and demos are coming through after long clears from Vitality. And there's a pinch shot. Torment able to react and make a nice stop. But it's the long clears from Vitality. And as Cloud9's catching the ball, they're having to handle a Vitality person right in their face.
And again, the challenge is just so effective. We see 50-50 after 50-50 going in favor of Vitality.
Oh, another one, and just kicked down into the grass, and that will be game 2 for Vitality. On the verge of knocking off Cloud9. They've only allowed 2 goals so far.
So in the battle of the world champions, Cloud9 Season 6 world champions, Vitality Season 7, it's looked like a walk in the park. Vitality controlling every aspect of this game. Torment, the only 2 goals for Cloud9. The goal this game, quality from Squishy, getting that second effort on the ball, getting it down to Torment. But everything else has just been crickets for Cloud9, and that is mostly due to just Vitality giving no space right on top of Cloud9 every second of the game.
Can even see it right there from K-Dot. He understood exactly where that clear was headed. He could see Torment's angle was off on the back wall, and he just set up for where it was headed. And yeah, maybe he wanted to put it into the top right, but the timing was just phenomenal.
And from that replay, it looked like he might have even gotten 2 bumps when he flipped into the defenders in net. Just, you know, as a person who loves to bump, it's so great seeing teams implement that at the highest levels and really have that be such a key to victory.
A textbook performance, Vitality. Wonderfully executed, a beautiful smothering game. And when you're able to lock in a team like Cloud9 that has so many options with the ball, and you never allow them to ever put that on display except occasionally, you're putting yourself in a position to win. And Vitality, certainly, if they keep playing the way they are,
and they, you know, yeah, in last game, they've been so effective off the kickoff. Cloud9, not so much. Been so slow to get anything started.
Well, they may have at least something to start off game 3, perhaps. And Squishy will take out Scrubkilla, so yes, Cloud9 will have the first couple of opportunities. Solid block from Gimmick. Torment trying to keep it going. Here's Squishy playing close up. And that's what got them into trouble early on in game 1, allowing that long overhead goal. This time around, they seem to have dealt with it nicely. Squishy, flip cancel, air dribble, and popped out into the Vitality corner. Another follow-up from Gimmick, but Torment just a little too slow, and Vitality, no problem getting out.
And good read from Scrub. 3v1 right now. Back to Ferry. You feel bad for Squishy. He gets the demo trade, but in a 3v1 situation, and what are you going to do?
I mean, the real
kamikaze from Scrubkilla.
And the brilliant part of it is K-Dot cuts the ball to go behind Scrubkilla, forces the defender to line up with the ball so he can't even take a different angle of approach. So both players doing an excellent job setting up a demo play. And popped high now off the kickoff. Torment trying to get it equal, and no dice, right into the nose of Fairy Peak. And Gimmick looking out for Squishy. Shot on target. K-Dop off the wall, tipped high. Gimmick comes up empty. Follow through from Torment, smashed into the top net. A quick equalizer for Cloud9.
And that is the response you look for. Gimmick to Squishy in the middle. K-Dop just pops that straight up. Really needed to get that over to the corner, but it was a strong shot, forcing a quick reaction. And Torment continuing to be that goal scorer for Cloud9, but they're going to need more scoring. They hope to get anywhere close to back in this series.
Almost able to find something, and again, another awkward miss for Vitality out of their own half. Gimmick with a great block. Squishy trying to force the issue. Not able to go through the cars of Vitality. Scrubkilla trying to fake the challenge, gets through one. They secure their own corner boost for Cloud9. Tough shot, and Squishy, excellent play. I mean, that's a jump and pray, and he did it brilliantly.
Yeah, big read from Squishy. Saw Fairy coming in.
Second chance. Squishy going to drop it down for Torment. Just has to play the clear, though, and try and hang on to the ball. Gimmick actually gives it up. Torment trying to force K-Dop off the ball, but he can't get possession himself. Leaves Fairy Peak in the one-on-one, pops it out into the middle. Squishy going to close the door, not allow Scrub any opportunity.
And, you know, they were shaking a little bit, seeing Fairy go in for a dribble. Now Vitality still on this attack. Fairy Peak trying to make a tough read, coming up just short.
Squishy wants his own dribble. Through one, through two, bounce into the middle, Fairy Peak. Nice diving stop. Scrub looking for K-Dop, shot on target. Torment can't find the read. Follow-up from Scrub. 2-1 Vitality back in front.
And every time it seems like on the counterattack, there's at least two people for Vitality ready to work together to get that effective counterattack play. They do it so much. Scrub and K-Dop, so good on that play. And Vitality, they are in World Championship form as they continue to dominate Cloud9.
Not out of the woods yet. demo from Squishy might set up a pass here, and again, Fairy Peak. Excellent job coming out across his net, making some brilliant saves, and actually pings one off the post. Scrubkilla not even going to push it off for K-Dop, trying to get Squishy away from the ball, actually. Pass into the middle, needs a second touch here. Torment won't allow it. And Vitality still just making it as tough as possible for Cloud9 to ever hang on to the ball. Even Fairy Peak, he's just going for this ball just to make Cloud9 hesitate.
We've seen it even in the last game, going for the team pinches, you know, the 3v1 situations. Vitality, they're in the zone, they're feeling it, they're confident, and that's just going to continue to ooze into their play on field.
A little boost in the tank for Cloud9 here, and Vitality, again, keeping it as high as possible, trying to get them to waste it, which will force Cloud9 to long clear it up the pitch. Give up possession as, once again, Vitality waiting for it. Squishy just trying to buy time. A nice demo from Gimmick, but still, no issues for Vitality. Fairy Peak on the dribble, went for the fake, and an excellent play from Torment. There's a lot of options there on the dribble, and they did great to stop it. Rips one into the net for Gimmick, but a save from Scrubkilla. Torment, again, has no opportunity to follow up. He has to play the one-on-two, takes it out of K-Dop's hands in the midfield. And Cloud9 still searching for an equalizer.
A quality play from Cloud9, just 2 Vitality defenders in net. We've seen so many numbers advantage moments on the counterattack for Vitality, not so much for Cloud9. 2 defenders were in net on that play. And now we're approaching that final minute. This is it for Cloud9. It has to be now, otherwise they will be out and Vitality will move on.
Last couple of chances here for Cloud9. Pass across. Gimmick with a little bit of space to work with. Not able to come up with a clean touch on the ball. Can't push K-Dop off it either, which gives Vitality a few precious moments to be prepared for whatever comes at him. Bounce off the wall. Gimmick getting set for this beautiful lift from Torment, and actually comes up empty for Vitality. Makes K-Dop's heart skip a beat. Long clear for Vitality, and now it's Cloud9 who are ready and waiting. Pass up to Gimmick on the wall. Down into the middle. Squishy's rotating back, though, and that's what happens when not everyone's on the same page. Gimmick towards the net. Easy save. K-Dop already there. Shot for Torment. Right side. Through. Cloud9 will tie it up.
The Season 6 World Champions on the ropes, but with the haymaker in the final seconds, they connect, and they'll be staying alive, at least for the meantime.
So they finally are able to put another one into the net after scoring around the 4-minute mark. And it would be a rough way to exit Montreal for Cloud9 with a quarterfinal finish, but they're not done yet. Vitality, again, will be forced to work for it here, as Cloud9 might have something, but a huge booming clear from K-Dop. Scrubkilla actually puts it off the wall. This is kind of an awkward play. Here comes Fairy Peak, off the post again, or the corner, I should say, and that will be tapped into the ground. So yes, overtime in game 3.
And this is for Cloud9's tournament life, 1 goal away from elimination.
And again, Vitality threatening early off the kickoff. Fairy Peak trying to get that straight off the sidewall and into the middle. Doesn't execute perfectly, though. And Cloud9 with a chance to find a way out. Squishy, past K-Dop for Gimmick. Towards the back wall, tough read, and Vitality actually hesitate, bounces in, and yes, we're going to game 4.
And you saw the side flip come out on the goal line. Fairy Peak turning for it. You see him just side flip right there. And that is not what Vitality needed, and Squishy punishes him, getting on the board for the first time this series, and at a big moment. Cloud9 are going to move on to at least a game 4.
Gave Vitality a taste of their own medicine there. Caught them on the counterattack. They finally weren't in position for one of those long clears from Cloud9. You were talking about it. Vitality never really caught out on the counterattack. It's because Cloud9 was always caught with low boost, and they were forced into constantly being able to, having to push the ball all the way up the pitch just to go grab some. And finally, Vitality just weren't in position to handle that. The pass out into the midfield and a great spot.
The thing was is they at least were in a position to make a better challenge on the ball. It was just that side flip.
It was a
final moment.
No doubt.
But Torment has just been the goal scorer. You know, that was a strong hit from K-Dop off the wall. That was not what you hoped for. Torment punishing him for that one. And then this play here, you can see Fairy Peak side flipping into it there.
It's a tough read, no doubt.
It was certainly a tough read. He needed to maybe use that second jump to just try to shut down the shooting angle.
Yeah, exactly.
But he side flipped completely out of the way.
The tough thing about it is that's a textbook advantage of position play for the offense. You know, Fairy Peak, you think about what that looks like. It's going over his head. He knows it's going to bounce off the wall, and he has to make that read and then sort of instinctively figure out where the shot angle is going to be based on that information in his mind. And it's a very difficult play to make.
It is a very difficult play to make, and the ball was moving at high speed.
Yes.
So, you know, mistakes are bound to happen, but that was just one in a tough time.
Oh, so close.
But even in that game, even though Cloud9 won, it seemed like Vitality was the team in control.
Finally, one time caught slightly out of position, can't make the tough play, and they will have to play another 5 minutes. And Cloud9, maybe they turn that into something else. Fairy Peak. Grateful he's the one that touched that, not Gimmick.
Gimmick was going for that highlight reel.
So we'll see what Cloud9 can muster up here on Aquadome. Squishy, able to tip it around Fairy Peak. Squibkilla trying to hang on to the ball.
And Gimmick, you know, he's still looking for that first goal of the series for him. Torment been leading the charge. Squishy finally getting involved, at least on the score sheet. And almost an individual effort play from Fairy there.
Torment just drops one out into the top of the box. Gimmick is really trying to cover a lot of options there, and Squishy now hard cut, and this is the classic air dribble. We need space, we need time. Just put yourself right behind the ball, and beautiful execution from Squishy Muffins. Hard pass into the middle. Squishy again trying to get right in Vitality's face. Gimmick actually gives the ball over to Scrubkilla. He plays the timing beautifully and not able to beat Torment on the back line though, but they run into each other in the corner. Fortunately, nobody really in position to deal with the great pass from Vitality.
We'll see if Vitality continue to go for these bumps and demos. We saw it a little bit early on in this game. Such an effective strategy. We've seen it from multiple teams in this tournament. Even Scrubkilla zooming by, you see Gimmick taking refuge behind that near post.
And Cloud9 constantly having to give up that corner boost just to make sure they're in position. So this is Vitality really working the corner here and trying to boost starve Cloud9 into a mistake. And they're handling it well so far. And finally able to get at least something to work with in terms of positioning on the pitch as Scrubkilla forced to push it down into open space. Squishy just missing the second touch. Long clear from K-Dop. Potentially over the head of Torment, reading the bounce off the ceiling and out to safety.
A good touch from Torment. His defensive touches so clean. But it has been a tug of war so far. Vitality knows still they're just one game away from eliminating Cloud9 from the tournament. They're hungry for it.
Vitality constantly placing these touches against the wall. But finally they get caught out back the other way, and Squishy will beat him himself. It slips by the midfield defense right here with this little poke from Gimmick.
Yeah, the numbers advantage, and that was all due to that flick from Gimmick and the pass over to Squishy. Squishy with some finesse of his own. And Cloud9 taking the lead at the halfway point.
And again, Vitality smothering Cloud9, but just one slight miscue in the midfield cost them a goal back the other way, and now it's Vitality having to work from behind. But plenty of time to do it, and they've definitely been forcing Cloud9 to play pretty much perfect defense because a lot of these touches from Vitality towards the wall are forcing Cloud9 to slow down and lose a lot of momentum on their touches and lose a lot of that long, clear potential.
You're absolutely right, and they've been so effective at doing that for a majority of this series. But you know, you give Cloud9 an inch, they take a mile. They were moments away from being eliminated. Now they come roaring back, trying to force the game 5. The momentum seems to be shifting in favor of Cloud9.
Fairy Peak looking for a pass, doesn't get around the right side of the ball though. Makes Scrubkilla take a hard cut to the left and just get in Cloud9's face. Squishy again, the man in charge of finding some sort of touch past the midfield line. Can they hang on to the ball? Squirts out to the far side, and Scrubkilla, great pop over, but it hands itself over to Squishy, and Fairy Peak misses the ball, make it 2-0 Cloud9.
And this whole play stemmed from an interesting decision. Even before this replay started, Squishy had the option of either go for the challenge or go for that 100% boost in the corner. He chose to go for the challenge on 0 boost. And then at midfield, he decides to turn on that ball. So Squishy, so confident that he could make the play. But sometimes, you know, ball greater than boost. Squishy showing us why.
Decision-making pays off, and now it's Vitality. 60 seconds to find an equalizer and avoid game 5. We've got to put in 2 in the net, though, and that's proves more and more difficult as the series has gone on. Can they muster another one here and give themselves a chance? Gimmick, not a lot of time to work with. Ball into the middle, Fairy Peak playing the clear, having to dive out from the side wall. Here's another pass across, but Squishy again. A lot of Cloud9 hiding inside those posts. They really don't want to get demoed in those positions, and they lift one up to Gimmick, and that will be 3-0, so they break out of their own half and catch Vitality on the counter again.
And Gimmick getting his first goal here, and this one, just a beauty. Sliding that right by, up in the upper 90. Gimmick with 31 seconds left. Cloud9 roaring back, and in this clash of champions, Cloud9 are resurging.
And so it's been a battle both ways for both teams. A lot of pressure from Vitality. Cloud9 having to play strong offense. And Vitality, it feels like they just get a little fed up and they try and force something that isn't necessarily there. And then they get caught on the counterattack here in this game 4. So anybody's ball game in game 5. Maybe Scrub puts in a pretty one to close it out. Not quite. Shot credited to Fairy Peak, and everyone will have 60 seconds to collect themselves before we find out who goes to the semifinals.
Game 5, Cloud9 going to be attempting the reverse sweep, and Torment finally says, hey guys, thanks for helping out. I can just play defense like I normally do. Let you guys handle the work on the offensive side of things.
And again, Squishy, 2 goals, 1 assist, 2 saves, the support player in all aspects.
And he continues to have a fantastic tournament. Cloud9, they've already won DreamHack once. They won the World Championship. The Season 6 versus Season 7 World Champions putting on a show for us right now. It's all going to come down to the decider in Game 5, but let's take a look at some of the plays from this last game that really allowed Cloud9 to get the W.
And it really was finally just Cloud9 able to weather the storm on defense, and that decision-making from Squishy, we're talking about no boost, says, yeah, I can go hit that ball, and it just floated right into the net for him. So just some excellent decision-making from Squishy all around, and celebrations from the Cloud9 family.
And it seems like Cloud9 is just adapted. We saw Vitality in the first 2 games. They were going for the bumps, going for the demos, and we even see it. Gimmick taking refuge behind the near post. Cloud9, they're ready for it now, and they have started to adapt. But, you know, it could have been such a different series. It could have been the 3-0 had Torment not scored with that 13 seconds left on the clock. Vitality was so close to making it a clean sweep, and now it's all coming down to this. They're fending off the reverse sweep from Cloud9, who has just been stunning with their comeback.
And Vitality has put up excellent pressure all series long. But will they be able to box in Cloud9 enough to finally force a mistake, maybe find a key demo like early on in the series? But what do the reigning world champs do against Cloud9 now?
Well, we're going to find out, Achieves. This Game 5, it's all coming down to this. Someone will be eliminated after this 5 minutes is up.
Oh, Gimmick lifts one towards the corner, off of the target. And K-Dop, welcome clear. Squishy, again, just trying to command the ball and give himself as much agency over what happens with it as possible. Gimmick trying to go for the landing double jump, pass across, and all the way to the back post, trying to go behind K-Dop, but I think looking for the teammate across the net, but it was just out of reach. Gimmick so aggressive there, jumping over Torment's head. And Cloud9 actually might find themselves in a bit of a low boost scenario that could be troublesome here if they can't find a long clear.
Yeah, Squishy only has 21 in net, picking up a pad, finally getting that corner boost after that long clear. We'll see how he uses it. K-Dop versus Gimmick in this challenge. Gimmick coming out on top, even though K-Dop looked like he had position.
Oh, nice cutout from Fairy Peak, taking that ball away from Gimmick. 2-on-1 the other way, and again, they set up the demo. Torment dodges left and makes the save! What a clutch save from Torment.
He's out of boost. He's trying to dodge Fairy Peak. He knows he's got to make this save, and he does it.
Gets the blood pumping for sure, and a big stop from the brick wall of Cloud9.
What a last stand from Torment.
Oh, can they stop that one? Squishy dives out of the net and makes another tough stop. Vitality pulling out everything in the book against him. K-Dot wants a flip reset, and Gimmick will take that away. High bouncers in front of the Cloud9 net. Squishy needs a little help from his teammate, and actually Vitality finding the nice timing on that bounce touch to get it through one, and maybe they can get some possession here. Scrub trying to figure out where the clear's headed. Torment taking a bite out of him.
That was a great bump on Scrub Killer, but Scrub still is able to get a hit on that ball, but now Gimmick downfield. Racing to it, that one almost sneaking by the near post. Center ball from Gimmick, forcing the double commit.
Slowly but surely, Cloud9 edging forward out of their half and seeing if they can get Vitality boxed in, but a beautiful touch from Fairy Peak off the wall. Gimmick has a little bit of time and over Scrub Killer's head. Redirect from Squishy, going for the bump, and Fairy Peak has all the time in the world to get this to safety.
And Gimmick was looking to get that shot, but he was out of boost, couldn't get to it in time, but another pass, that one just over the head of Gimmick.
K-Dot doesn't want Squishy to find anything near the back wall. Gimmick going for the block, but Fairy Peak will win out. Torment actually not able to recover cleanly. Second effort gets the ball to delay the push-up field, and actually Cloud9 wins it right back. Squishy is figuring out the challenge. Fairy Peak takes it aside.
And we've just seen a few poor challenges from Vitality. They're in situations where they should very clearly win that challenge, and they're just not.
Torment was looking for Squishy in the corner, put the ball behind him though, and now that should mean Vitality have a chance to break out, but again, Squishy just getting in the face, being a big problem for Vitality in gaining possession and having to work for it. Vitality finally a touch out into the open ground somewhere with some space to work with on their own half.
Good control from Fairy, able to get the control, get the pass, and the boost.
K-Dot to Scrub, missing the double tap, and around K-Dot, 2-on-1 back the other way. Fairy Peak, beautiful timing though, recognizing he had the space.
There's Gimmick
to delay, and there it is, huge stop from Scrub Killer. That's the guy who getting it done. K-Dot makes number 2. Vitality, hang on, beautiful couple of saves.
Talk about a Torment last stand. Vitality make it one of their own.
Squishy now out to the side. Cloud9 not done yet. Trying to put as much pressure on Vitality to see who blinks first. Bounce off the wall. Torment lifts one out into open ground, and it's a race for the ball. Gimmick actually gets the ball and the boost, and the fake, and the flick. Scrub Killer, nice defense, and Vitality won't bend.
And this has just been a defensive masterclass. That one floating towards the corner. K-Dot hitting it aside. But Gimmick misses that boost. He's going to have to retreat out of the play and concede that boost for Vitality.
Bouncing into the middle, K-Dot rips one towards the backboard. Torment, nice job finding the second touch to get it out to safety of the corner. Fairy Peak will win the second hit though. K-Dot figuring out what this pinch is going to do, and it goes right into the waiting arms of Scrub Killer. Demo, however, and that means Fairy Peak doesn't really have too many options for where this ball goes. Pass into the middle, Torment makes another save.
He pre-jumped that save. He just has a premonition of where this ball's going to be. Torment, rock solid on defense. Last shot, and it's again saved by Torment. And we have overtime in Game 5. The Clash of Champions all coming down to a single goal.
You don't want it any other way, and you gotta see who comes out on top. Spot in the semifinals waiting. Can Cloud9 find another top 4 finish? Down into the middle, Torment won't take it away. K-Dot says, get out of here. Go find something else. Long clear from Scrub Killer towards the Cloud9 backboard. And Fairy Peak just, again, going for those bumps that were working so well for them early on in the series, but not coming through.
Now Gimmick, the pass to the middle, the demo, now off the ceiling. Torment, he was looking for that bump. Now Gimmick again with an opportunity, drops it down, but now the ball finally cleared.
This is where it gets real tense for both teams. Nobody wants to make a mistake, and poise on defense will be everything. Squishy towards the backboard. Fairy Peak and Scrub trying to figure out who gets the touch. Beautiful clear from Scrub. Torment in the race against Fairy Peak. Solid challenge from Vitality.
Now Gimmick trying to take possession, a good 50-50 from Fairy, but Squishy now in the air. What's he gonna do with it? Gets stopped by Scrub, and now Torment blocks K-Dot on the clear attempt and gets the boost steal. Cloud9 starting to kick it into the next gear.
Great stop from K-Dot. And actually Fairy Peak launches one towards the net, almost catching Squishy running for boost somewhere.
But a nice demo from Torment will take away Fairy Peak's support option. And Cloud9 have a little bit of breathing room.
And the speed from Torment, seeing that pinch coming out from Gimmick, stays with it. And Fairy Peak on the back wall has to get a good hit. Torment weaving his way back. Flicks it by one, has Kate up in his eyes, going for the demo, he gets it.
And that put a lot of pressure on Scrubkill on the back wall there. With that demo coming through, if he missed it, they were done. Pass to Squishy, way too high. And Fairy Peak to clear. Demo on Cloud9 will force them to retreat.
See how Torment handles this in the corner. Challenge for Fairy up in the air. Scrub with some time. No, he leaves it for K-Dop. The shot! And hits the back of the net. K-Dop getting the overtime winner. And Vitality eliminate Cloud9, and they will be moving on to the semifinals.
It comes out of nowhere. Vitality catch Cloud9 sleeping in the net. A lot of trust in a challenge coming through. And no touch means K-Dop delivers another winner.
What a finish that was, fending off the reverse sweep. And in that game, it was 1-0 in overtime, but it was exciting as can be. Shot after shot getting saved. Big plays on defense from both teams. Torment with his last stand. Vitality with their blocks. What a treat that was. That Clash of Champions did not let us down.
A game worthy of the grand finals, and the world champs come out on top. They'll move on to the semifinals. Cloud9 unfortunately not able to make a top 4 finish, but a beautiful showing from both teams. And when we come back, we've got another quarterfinal matchup that is hopefully going to be just as good as that one. So don't miss the remainder of day 3 of DreamHack Montreal.